Think of porosity as empathy. Think of porosity as that us, the creation of tribe, right? The bridge to that success is actually, the key to it is vulnerability. My willingness and my ability to share with you some of my personal and professional struggles and challenges as a leader, going on the journey with you as a leader, not standing up here and pointing down to you. You as leaders have to recognize that just because you recognize logically that it makes sense for somebody to collaborate with you, to work with you effectively, but if they don't have the psychological safety, the psychological comfort to embrace you and consider you a true partner, then it's your responsibility. The number one rule of being an exceptional leader in a network is you own 100% of the relationships. The people in your organizations who are so crucial to you getting your workflow done, do you realize you have to lead with generosity? Do you realize that just logically showing up and asking them to collaborate because it's good for shareholder value, they don't care because they're worried about their own self. And that's the world, unfortunately, we live in today. The narcissistic, individualistic society, worried about our own individual performance. And until you lead with generosity, until you lead with the kind of spirit that lets another individual know that you care, you don't have the permission to invite them into your tribe. Your team are the individuals critical to getting work done. And your ability to know and recognize that as a leader, an influencer of humans and individuals, your job is to create an environment around yourself to invite people in to be highly productive, to be courageous and risk-taking, to hold each other accountable, because you as a leader don't have the authority to hold each of them accountable, but you've got to gain the influence and you've got to ignite this group of individuals to hold each other accountable. When you set a culture in the organization where everybody owns 100% of the relationships that are critical, and you state them obviously, even humbly stating when you're not building them, pretty soon the truth will begin to come out. But that's your responsibility as a leader. Have you created a team of individuals that won't let each other fail? Have you created a team of individuals that are individually just working themselves for their own success? So many teams are coexisting. Great teams are coexisting. They do their job as extraordinary leaders, as individuals. Then periodically, only when they need it for their success, do they reach out to collaborate, because that's messy and hard work. Only the most extraordinary teams commit from the very beginning that they won't let each other fail. This is your job. These are the competencies of leadership. You can't just rest on authority and lines of control or logic. Your job is to lead and understand what the high return practices are, very distinct, repeatable, doable practices of leadership in your teams. You really don't think your way into a new way of acting. You're going to have to act your way into a new way of thinking.